Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness of Port Charles. And trust us, the drama is overflowing this week. We have so much tea to spill, so grab your coffee, buckle up, and let's get into the latest General Hospital shockers together. Oh my god. I'm screaming. I literally cannot even process what is happening right now in Port Charles. Okay, but listen. I was eating dinner, literally a giant bowl of pasta, and I completely choked and dropped my fork when I saw the news scrolling across my feed. Kate Mansi is out. I repeat, Kate Mansi is officially out as Christina Corinthos Davis, and I am honestly so devastated I can't even see straight right now. I had to pause my entire life, ignore my family, and text my best friend immediately because this is actually insane. We just lost one of the absolute best things to happen to this show in years. I am hyperventilating. I am unhinged. I literally cannot deal with this information. Wait, before that happened actually, let me back up because my brain is going a million miles an hour and I keep jumping around. June 12th. Mark that date in your calendars, frame it, put it in a museum, because that was her final air date. June 12th. The audacity of the writers to just send her packing. And where is she going? UCLA Medical School? I'm sorry, what? Christina Corinthos Davis, mob princess, daughter of the legendary Sonny Corinthos and the iconic Alexis Davis, is just packing up her designer bags and heading to California to be a doctor? Which is insane, by the way. I mean, good for her, she needs to get away from the mob drama, but seriously? Medical school? On the West Coast? I'm dead. I literally cannot breathe thinking about Christina walking around in scrubs in Los Angeles while her family is burning down back home. Okay, where was I? Right, so the contract, I forgot to mention earlier, but Kate actually signed a 3-year deal back in 2023 when she first joined the show. 3 years! So I was sitting here thinking we had so much more time with her. I was like, are you serious? When I read she decided not to renew it when it ran out in April, why would she do that? I mean, I get it. Actors want to spread their wings and do other things, but I am personally offended. She gave the soap notice a few months ago, which means the writers have known this whole time and they've been slowly building this goodbye tour storyline right under our noses. The betrayal I feel right now is actually astronomical. At this point, I'm yelling at my screen. The goodbye tour. She's been going around Port Charles, saying her tearful goodbyes to everyone, and I was just sobbing on my couch. The scenes with Sonny? My jaw dropped. Sonny is literally dealing with so much right now. He is trying to hold his territory together. He's got Brick looking for Britt and Rocco, who are literally on the run, which is a whole other unhinged situation. And now his daughter is just like, peace out, Dad. I'm going to UCLA to study anatomy. And Alexis, don't even get me started on that. Alexis is about to defend Curtis Ashford in court because Isaiah Gannon is suing him, and she is losing her daughter to the West Coast. Alexis does not have the emotional bandwidth for Christina to leave right now. She needs to get it together, I swear. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, let's talk about the history of Christina, because this character has been through IT. We have literally watched her grow up right before our eyes on this show. We had Lexi Ainsworth, who was iconic and gave us all the teen angst. We had Cully Rodriguez for a hot second. We had Lindsay Morgan, who was fierce. And then Kate Mansi stepped in and just absolutely crushed it. She made the role her own so fast. It's honestly wild how seamlessly she transitioned into the General Hospital family. She wasn't just a recast, she was Christina. She brought this mature, grounded, but still slightly messy energy to the character that I was absolutely living for. Oh wait, I have to talk about her Days of Our Lives era. Because if you know, you know. She was Abigail Devereaux for years. Years. She wasn't some newbie walking onto the set of GH. She was daytime television royalty. I remember when they announced she was joining GH back in 2023, I was literally jumping up and down in my living room. She brought so much depth to Port Charles. She wasn't just a whiny mob daughter. She had layers. She had grit. She had that quiet strength. And now she's just gone? Not okay. I'm done. I am literally writing a strongly worded letter to ABC in my head right now. So, Kate did this big interview with TV Insider to explain everything, and I am honestly crying just thinking about it. She sat down and spilled all the tea about her exit and why she left. And it wasn't some big dramatic fight with the network or the producers, which is almost worse because I want someone to be mad at. I want a villain in this story. But no, she just decided it was time to go. She explained that she gave her notice a few months ago and decided she wasn't going to renew her contract. That's why the writers decided to send Christina away to medical school. They had to scramble to write her out, but honestly, UCLA, I'm calling it now, this is going to end badly. How is she going to focus on med school when her family is constantly in life or death situations? Mark my words, she's going to drop out or come back. Okay, but this is the part of the interview that literally broke me into a million tiny pieces. Her last day on set, she talked about how incredibly emotional it was and how she made a little speech to the cast and crew. And she brought up Patrick Muldoon, ex-Austin from Days of Our Lives. He passed away recently, and Kate told TV Insider, I made a little speech, and I said how recently I had lost a very good friend, Patrick Muldoon. And that experience made me very aware of the friendships we create in these jobs on shows like this every single day, and how much I cherish them. I am literally sobbing. I can't even deal right now. The cast is like a real family, and she was standing there telling them how much she loves them while remembering her late friend. I need a tissue. I need a whole box of tissues, actually. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier. Before she left town, she had that whole thing with Lucas Jones. She asked him for a favor before she left for medical school. What was the favor? I am losing my mind trying to figure it out. Lucas is dealing with getting held at gunpoint by Jen Sidwell, which is insane, by the way. Sidwell is literally a menace to society, and Christina is just casually asking for medical school favors. The timing in Port Charles is always so chaotic. Like, girl, your friend is fighting for his life against a criminal mastermind, and you're worried about UCLA prerequisites? I can't. Anyway, back to Kate and what she is doing in real life. What is she doing now? She is living her absolute best life, that's what. She is traveling this summer. Her husband is currently working overseas in Europe, so she's just jetting off to Europe to spend time with him. Which, honestly, good for her. She deserves a European vacation. But wait, is everyone going to Europe? Valentine Cassadine is literally packing his bags to go to Geneva to meet with Z and escape Ross Cullum. I am screaming. Imagine Kate Mansi running into Valentine Cassadine in a cafe in Europe. My brain is literally melting at the parallels. While Kate is sipping espresso in Italy or wherever, we are stuck here in Port Charles, dealing with Jen Sidwell's vengeful traps and Brooklyn framing Willow for a hit and run. Seriously, Brooklyn needs to get it together. I swear. And don't even get me started on the rest of the canvas while Christina is leaving. Christina is dipping out right when it's getting good. Carly is about to break into Windermere to find Jocelyn, who is literally locked in a cell with Liesl Obrecht. Ross Cullum is raiding Carly's house. Jack Brennan is faking his paralysis. And Christina is just like, okay, bye, I'm gonna go study the human skeletal system. The contrast is so wild to me. It's so dramatic. I am honestly jealous of Christina getting out of this toxic town, but I am so mad as a viewer because I want her in the middle of the mess. But wait, there is a silver lining. Kate Mansi is not disappearing from our screens forever. She mentioned in the interview that in the fall she has a new project lined up. They haven't announced the details yet. She said we will get all the details as soon as they are available, but I am calling it now. This is going to be huge. Maybe a primetime show? Maybe a movie? Maybe she's going to another soap? No. I would literally riot if she went to another soap right now. Whatever it is, I will absolutely be watching. I will set my DVR, I will host watch parties, I will support my girl. But it still doesn't fix the Christina-sized hole in my heart right now. Let's just circle back to Sunny and Alexis for a second, because I am still not over the family dynamics. Sunny has lost so much. He's trying to hold a syndicate together, Jason Morgan is back and everything is weird, and now his daughter is gone. And Alexis has to deal with Ethan Lovett's secret connection to Delilah Wilson and the whole Phoebe paternity mess. Plus, she's defending Curtis, and now she doesn't have Christina to lean on. The Corinthos Davis family is literally crumbling, and I am watching it happen through my fingers like a horror movie. Why do the writers love to torture us? Honestly, I am so mad at the writers right now. Like, I get that Kate wanted to leave, but UCLA? Couldn't she just go to, like, New York? Or somewhere closer? California feels so incredibly final. It feels like they are just shutting the door on her character completely. Although, in Soapland, nobody's ever really gone. I mean, Jason Morgan came back from the dead like 5 times. So maybe Christina will come back in a few years with a medical degree and save someone's life in the general hospital, or I'm calling it now, she's gonna come back when someone in her family gets shot by the Pikeman group or Jen Sidwell, and she'll be the only surgeon who can save them. Mark my words. Okay, I need to calm down because my heart is racing, and I have been typing this so fast my fingers actually hurt. The audacity of this whole situation is just too much for a normal Tuesday. June 12 was a dark, dark day for GH fans. We lost Kate Mansi, we lost Christina to the West Coast, and I am just sitting here processing my grief like these are real people. I am so emotionally invested in this show, it's actually embarrassing. But whatever, Kate is iconic, Christina is iconic, and I will be waiting on the edge of my seat for those details on her fall project. Until then, I guess I'll just cry every time Sunny looks at a picture of her. I'm dead. I'm out. I can't even deal.